We're back. Oh, man. Woo. How big is that? To me, that's not big enough. There we go. So, that works. Had to resize my ESPN. So we're using ESPN for our fantasy. Yahoo kind of sucked it up, I guess. Anyways, yeah, this is gonna be the roster, and I should be facing off this weekend against my buddy Leo. So I got P. Mahomes. Is he good? Does anybody know if he's good? He might be good. Alvin Kamara, James Cook, Puka Nakua. Definitely watching his injury status as well as Keenan Allen. Malik Neighbors. I have no confidence in the Giants quarterback situation. But there could be plenty of garbage time at the end of games that might not be bad. So we'll see. Mark Andrews, Baltimore tight end, which, if you know anything about Lamar Jackson, he loves the tight ends. Does really good with them. See if that works out well. Playing Thursday night against my Patrick Mahomes. Hopefully it's a high-scoring game. That's all I can say. Oh, man. Keenan Allen. Yep. So, yeah, going to watch his injury situation. Saints defense, which they have a good defense, and they're going against Carolina this week. Which I don't know if Carolina has that great of an offense. And Greg Zuerlein, Jets kicker. This is my kicker. We'll see if I can swap that out maybe for a better one. On the bench, well, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I got Christian Watson, Cortland Sutton, Jordan Addison, Zeke Elliott. I'll be curious to see if Zeke actually is somewhat decent. Apparently, he's supposed to be like RB1 for the Cowboys. So we'll see if that is still the case. The interesting thing that could be Zeke is punching in touchdowns. Because remember, last year they didn't really have an issue getting to kind of those goal line situations. They were kind of last in the league. Really, yeah, I mean, last year they was kind of not last in the league, but they were not good with their touchdown conversion in the red zone percentage. Like, they were kind of towards the second half of the league. I think they were kind of like bottom 7, I think. Might have been worse than that. Anyways, Adam Thielen, Tyler Conklin, and Gabe Davis. So I'll be curious to see about Jets. Tyler Conklin, because another guy that also likes the tight ends. Well, Aaron Rodgers, but throughout much of his career, he actually hasn't had really good tight ends. But when he's had them, he's utilized them. So be curious to see if they use them all that much. Anyways, yep. I think my current let's see how am I expected. Oh, that's week 2. No, I want week 1. Oh, here we go. Current matchup. So, ooh, it's close. It's close. Right now, I'm like a 1.5 point favorite, which is not. That's not enough. That's not enough for me to CJ Stroud. Damn, that sucks. Both my running backs are a little bit better. Yeah, he's got Justin Jefferson. I don't know about Justin Jefferson. Mostly, I just don't know about that quarterback situation. So, but then again, I also have 2 guys that are currently questionable. So, yeah, Leo might be sitting pretty good. We'll see. I gotta keep an eye on my questionability there. So, there's that. See how that goes. The other one that actually came out earlier today was called football rankings after the first week. We'll say first week, even though there was a couple of games played last weekend. What the fuck is this, dude? This is why nobody uses ESPN anymore. This is why, right here. Are you serious? Dude. Oh my god. The website's so freaking garbage. So, Texas moved up a spot. So we got Georgia, Ohio State, Texas, Alabama, Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Oregon, Penn State, Missouri, Michigan. Interesting. And then Utah, Miami, USC, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Oak State. Interesting. Those two right next to each other. Those two next to each other. Kansas State, LSU, Kansas, Arizona, Iowa, Louisville, Georgia Tech, NC State, and Clemson. Why is Clemson even in the top 25? They should not be. Washington actually wouldn't be a bad one to put in the top 25. Louisville over here, up in the top 25 of the coaches poll. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, Louisville was there. Just went right over them. Okay, so yeah, this is an interesting one, man, because so the big game obviously this weekend is going to be Texas at Michigan. Texas, for everybody saying how close this game could be, I don't think it will be. I think Texas wins 2 scores plus. Like double digits plus. We'll say double digits plus. Because I don't see. I look at the matchup of Michigan's offense, Texas defense. Texas defense has the advantage. It's going to come down to Texas offense, Michigan defense. A lot of people say Michigan defense has the edge, but that defense is not geared to face Texas offense. That defense is geared to play Alabama from like 8 years ago. Like when Alabama would just ground and pound your freaking throat. So to me, Texas has the distinct advantage in this game. They have the explosive players. They have a lot of that kind of going from. The other thing is Michigan. You know, a lot of people say Michigan didn't look good in week one. Yeah, I mean, week one, kind of got to find yourself a little bit. You know, it's fine. You know, some teams struggle a little bit on week one, kind of get out there, go through the process a little bit. Okay, this is what our team kind of is. The thing that also does kind of worry you about Michigan, though, is the quarterback situation. It's not great. Their leading running back from last year is number 2, which, I mean, that could be good, right? You know, you're saying, hey, we got a lot of depth here. So, that's a pro, but it's not like Texas got scrubs on defense. So, I would imagine I could definitely see Texas being a little bit better on controlling the game than what people expect. I was really kind of hoping to see Texas-Michigan last year in the championship game because I thought Texas would have beat Michigan or Alabama, either one. I thought Texas and Washington was a bad matchup for Texas, but, you know, Washington wound up getting the dub. Luckily, almost missed it, but yeah, you got that. The ones that I'm not high on, so Notre Dame, I'm not high on them. They went into A&M. They won at A&M College Station this past weekend, which I don't even see A&M on the list. A&M's not on the list. But if you watch that Notre Dame A&M game, neither of those teams were impressive. I guess the only maybe bright spot on either of those teams was really the defenses on both teams. They were both pretty good, but I don't know how much that was because the offenses were so damn inept. They were bad. And I'm talking Notre Dame's offense wasn't good. They were not good. Like both quarterbacks on both teams were missing throws, that kind of stuff. So I'm not high on Notre Dame. I get it. They went into College Station. They won. And you got to give them props to do that. But A&M came off a losing season, somehow ranked in the top 25, and they didn't look good. Stigman, I guess the A&M quarterback, he didn't look good. Notre Dame's quarterback, Riley, who transferred from Duke last year, which was interesting dynamic in that game because last year's Duke quarterback and head coach had transferred. Quarterback went to Notre Dame. Head coach went to A&M, so they actually played each other then week one of this year. That's kind of funny. Anyways, but not impressed by Notre Dame because they beat a team that had a losing record last year and they just got a new coach. And they didn't look good. I mean, the defense looked pretty good. The defense looked better than what it did last year for A&M. So giving credit to Notre Dame, to me, that's there's no credit. I mean, A&M might be a middle of the road team this year. That's very possible because they were a losing team last year. So it's not like A&M could be a top 25 team, right? But the other thing I'll say is Notre Dame, let me just check their schedule. Yeah, their schedule, they play nobody. Their next hardest game is going to be Louisville in like 4 weeks. They get Northern Illinois this weekend, Purdue, Miami, Ohio. Yeah, I mean, they play nobody. Louisville, Stanford. Stanford ain't good. Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech might be good. I don't know, man. That win over Florida State's not looking all that great anymore. But then they play Navy, and then they also play Florida State. Wow. So we'll see if Florida State gets their shit together by then. And then Virginia, USC. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about the Fighting Irish right now, but I wasn't high on them. I wasn't high, and I was not impressed by that win. I really wasn't. Like A&M's quarterback couldn't complete a pass at all, and really neither could Notre Dame's. The only reason why Notre Dame even won that game, they broke 2 runs. They broke two runs that set up 2 touchdowns, and that was it. That was it. Those were the 2 offensive highlights of the freaking game. And outside of that, the offenses weren't up and the defenses were good. So I'm not impressed with Notre Dame. Not at all. Ole Miss. Still wait to see them do anything. Oregon. Heard Oregon struggled. I wasn't able to watch that game. Can't watch them all, man. So Oregon struggled against Idaho. I think that was Idaho, right? Yeah, Idaho. Yeah, 24-14. That is not good, man. Their quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, I'm not a fan of. He played at Oklahoma last year. I'm not a fan of him. I didn't really watch too much Oklahoma last year, but the game I did watch, obviously, was against my Texas Longhorns in the Red River rivalry, and I wasn't impressed. They should have been able to put that game away last year, but Dylan Gabriel kept missing throws that kept Texas in the game. And you can say Texas putting pressure on them and all that, but it's like, dude, you got to make those throws. If you make those throws, you win the game a little bit easier than Texas coming back and actually having the lead in the last minute. And then they had to make a drive. He did make the final drive of the game to go down and win it, but it shouldn't have been that close. It shouldn't have been that close. So that's, to me, I'm not big on Oregon because a lot of people, especially me, are very hyped on Dylan Gabriel. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I see a lot of inconsistencies in him. Yeah, I just see a lot of inconsistencies. Let's see, Missouri. We're gonna find out about Michigan, Texas this weekend, whichever one. I think, yeah, we'll find out about those 2. So Utah, Miami might be one of the more impressive teams that, with their win in the swamp against Florida, that this team could be a huge sleeper this year. And a lot of people were kind of saying it kind of coming into the year, not really giving Miami respect for what they did in the kind of off season coming into the season. And I get it, man. It's like, dude, this is Miami over the past 10 years. Prove it to me on the field. Very much like Texas over the previous decade and a half. Prove it to me on the field. Texas finally did last year. Is Miami going to have a year like that where Texas proved it last year? Miami, are they going to prove it this year? I mean, going in to beat Florida, the way they beat them, how badly they beat them, is very impressive. But I don't think Florida's good. That's the only problem with that. And so, I'm curious, when are they going to play someone? Also, Louisville on their schedule. Jeez, dude, they got a cupcake schedule as well. They go to Cal, so that's interesting. I don't know if they've ever been to Cal before in their history. Georgia Tech, that's the other thing of this conference realignment, and the ACC is all the way out on the West Coast now. It's crazy. Georgia Tech, though, yeah, ACC is very cupcake-ish this year. I mean, it would be easy. It'll be easy for someone like Notre Dame or Miami go through, just steamroll everybody, and they're the ones making it into the playoff. I can very easily see SEC or Big Ten get maybe 5, 6 teams in this year into the college football playoff. That'd be crazy. That would be absolutely nuts. And they both might get like 5. Yeah, they can't do that, I guess, technically. But I could definitely see one of them getting like 5 or 6. I mean, that could definitely happen. Who else we got? Yeah, USC had a good win against LSU. LSU kind of just fumbled that one away. And just didn't stay locked in, man. Tennessee didn't really play anybody. Oklahoma, didn't really play anybody. So yeah, we didn't really see much of it out of anybody else. So here in about 3-4 weeks when we start conference play, we'll start really getting locked in, seeing how things go. I'm really excited for this weekend though. Ohio State, I mean, I didn't even talk about Georgia and Ohio State, but Georgia, like everybody's super high on Georgia. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not big on Carson Beck, but that's just me. That's just me. I'm not saying he's bad. He's gonna be he's good. I don't think they're gonna be able to lean on him all that much. Anyways, Ohio State, they got who's their quarterback from Kansas State transferred to Howard. I don't know about this. I don't. Their wide receiver, I forget his name, the new one that came in, freshman, looked really good, really impressive. I saw some catches that dude made, but yeah, it wasn't. It's kind. I mean, it's hard to judge on the kind of competition some of these teams are playing so early. Alabama under DeBoer. Yeah, we'll see. To me, the only one that seems legit is Texas. That's just my opinion. Texas, maybe Georgia. Texas and Georgia. To me, those are probably the two best teams of the season. And they'll play in like week 6 or 7, whenever that was. A week after Texas plays Oklahoma. What's Georgia's schedule? So Georgia will play Alabama here in 3 weeks. What is this? What is... What was that? I've never seen that before. That was weird. Never ever seen that before. I'll get back to. So yeah, Georgia. Yeah, I mean, beat the crap out of Clemson. I remember that now. But yeah, I mean it's Clemson, dude. They're going back to their pre-dominant era of Clemson. And Dabo Swinney's about to get fired because he doesn't freaking change anything. He is not adjusted. You either adapt or die. You adapt or die, right? And that's the saying, and he's about to wind up dying on whatever stupid hill he's on. Anyways, Georgia does have a pretty tough schedule. See, like, they got Alabama here in 3 weeks, Texas 6 weeks, and then they'll have Ole Miss and Tennessee after that, Georgia Tech. Dude, Georgia Tech's on a lot of teams. No, I just... dang it. So, let me go to Georgia Tech. They're on a lot of teams, man. I see them on a lot of schedules to play Florida State. Obviously, Louisville. They got the ACC. They get Notre Dame, Miami, North Carolina State, Georgia. Jesus. To wrap out the year. So their last 4 or 5 games is going to be crazy tough. They should get Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech was not impressive. They lost to Vandy. Vandy for the win, dude. That's pretty cool. What's Ohio State's schedule like? So Ohio State doesn't get tested until they play Iowa and Oregon, which Iowa's... Are they going to be good yet? Are they going to actually be able to score more than 9 points? yeah. So they'll play Oregon, Penn State, and Michigan, obviously, but yeah, that's going to be a pretty good run. What has Texas got? Texas got so Michigan coming up. They don't really have much. So I mean, they get Michigan, and then it's a pretty favorable schedule. I'll be pretty honest. I mean, they'll get Oklahoma, and then the week after they get Georgia. So if they can get those two games, even if you lose Michigan close, if you can get these two, you're sitting real good. A&M is going to be a rivalry game that hasn't been played in like 12 years. They're going to be jacked up for it. They got to go to Arkansas, also an old school rivalry game. But all these kids, they don't know it. Most of these coaches don't even know it anymore. So, yeah, these two could be sleepy. But they'll get UTSA, Monroe. They get Mississippi State at home, Vandy, Georgia, Kentucky. So, yeah, Texas doesn't have a bad schedule. I remember looking at that in the offseason. Like, they didn't have a bad schedule. Alabama, what do you got? Georgia, Tennessee, Missouri, LSU, Oklahoma. Outside of Georgia, very, very manageable schedule. Maybe a pretty tough one there with Missouri. Everything else should be easy. But Georgia, that'll be a good game, man. That'll be a good game coming up in 3 weeks. Yes, sir. All right. Anyways, we can do these rundowns every freaking week just because, you know, it's fun. It's football season. It's back. But then we'll have NFL to talk about next week. All right. What else is rolling? So, kind of curious. Who does Oklahoma play? So they get Texas, then Ole Miss, Missouri, Alabama. Oh my gosh, they get a pretty nasty gauntlet here to end out the year. We'll see if LSU can figure out what they're doing going forward. I mean, that's kind of what they did last year. They struggled like to start, and then they kind of got it going. But man, their 4 of last 5 games are going to be pretty tough. They play Maine. Maine? What is that? You're going to make them travel all the way to the south? All right. All right, fine. Whatever. No, I wanted college football home. I was also going to check and see Florida State drops out of top 25. O2 started. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. What happened with the... Let me check and see that dude that got shot here the other day. Oh. 49ers GM Miraculous Pearsall not hurt worse. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Trent Williams done holding out. Got his deal. Ayuk admits he made it difficult on Niners. Well, that's a start to recovery. Miraculous, man. Yeah, that was crazy. Hearing about that, and then there was a video that showed him getting loaded into the ambulance, going to see if they have a picture of it. They might not. ESPN doesn't typically have that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right. Anyways. Whew. Man, it is warm. It is so humid. And rained like almost all damn day. So there you go. Yeah, I saw this earlier. They found the money that they took. $50 million in unaudited U.S. taxpayer money in 1 month alone went to a pro-terrorist group disguised as a climate change organization. Who's shocked by that? Check this out. This is...
We'll grab his information and see what we can do, but
this is like the one thing that can really... This is like the one thing I would hammer all the way until election time because of basically this. I'll play this.
we'll grab his information and see what we can do, but like I said,
can you please collect the information? He said that he's already illegal. He already said that he went to...
Okay, hold on, let's back up a little bit. First off, we're a sanctuary city. Even if he is legal here, we cannot call ICE.
Okay, but you still have to report that, right?
No, we don't, because it's a sanctuary city. We do not report illegal, undocumented.
So you're gonna let a person who went to prison, he committed a crime in America, who's illegal right now, you're gonna let him go free right now to this elevator?
That's exactly what I'm saying, because we're a sanctuary city. I've arrested a double homicide suspect in this city before and let him walk out the door because we're a sanctuary city. We're not gonna call ICE to come pick him up and deport him.
He came to pick up $320,000 from him or mine grandmother and grandfather, and he's walking away freely right now, right? That's what I'm understanding right now.
I understand that, but you're asking me to call ICE or the...
I'm not asking you to call ICE. We're just asking you to take seriously that he's trying to repeat offend when he's already illegal.
He flew
repeating
from
what
New
he's
York.
already been doing.
He said, I'm in Chinatown in New York. They pay...
That is the thing that would absolutely... I mean, I would hammer this all day if I was like the conservative. If I was running for politics, if I was Biden, not Biden, if I was Trump, I would hammer this because this is, and there's other instances. Like a cop tells a citizen is reporting a crime committed by an illegal immigrant. I've arrested a double homicide suspect in this city before. I let him walk out the door because we're sanctuary city. We do not report illegals, undocumented immigrants. Citizens. So you're going to let the person who went to prison, he committed a crime in America, who's illegal right now, you're going to let him go free right now. That's exactly what I'm saying because we are sanctuary city. That is the thing I would hammer on the campaign trail, is absolutely that. We're just going to delete that. I have no idea what that was. So there is also so like we've all seen the deals with so-called Venezuelans occupying apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado. Well, apparently there's starting to be some going on in Chicago, south side of Chicago, apartment buildings apparently. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing that I would hammer, because if you can make the case point of it's not safe. Like there's nothing there's nothing that people respond to more than feeling like they're unsafe. And if you can get that across, then you probably have a pretty good shot of winning. And I think people are very aware of what's going on. And this lady, I saw this video. Chicago Venezuelans in Chicago are getting $1,500 in food stamps, $5,000 a month, cash a month, 6 months free rent. It's crazy. Hold on. Media says the MAGA movement are nothing but racist and white supremacists. This young lady was told go dangle from a tree because she left the Democratic Party and posted her discontent with the DNC on social media. Wow. Go dangle from a tree? Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Dude. Yeah. So I mean that'll be the thing. If you can make that case point that it's not safe to live anywhere you go, because this isn't like a border town. Like these are things going on in the middle of the country, northern part of the country, northeastern part of the country. It's not here just in Texas. By the way, welcome to Texas, because that's been going on for a long time. What's traitor? What's former Vice President Mike Pence says, I cannot in good conscience endorse Donald Trump. Thank you, Mike. We don't want backstabbers and disloyal pieces of feces like you endorsing Trump. Pence is a traitor. So what happened? I don't even know what the whole fallout between him and Trump was. It probably goes a little bit both ways. Oh yeah, I didn't see this, but I saw that. I mean, I saw that this was an interview. Anthem. Oh, dude, did y'all see the freaking Concord is gone? Biggest gaming failure stories. Concord the day before. Dustborn. I don't even remember Dustborn. And Anthem. At least Anthem lasted 2 years before they shut it down. Damn, Anthem lasted 2 years? Holy shit. 2 of those lasted less than 2 weeks, and the third barely has 30 concurrent players. Wow. Well, it was a lesson learned from Concord. The lessons was already there. The games industry doesn't learn shit. Here's what a crowdfunding scam, 500K plus and 6 to 8 years of little to no work gets. Grum's Mark Kern. I present EM Ader in 2024. I became a backer of EM Ader. To give you a quick look at it, please share before Papa Grumps gets mad. Look at this knockoff Anthem that was made by 8th graders. The faces of Russian athletes are forced to listen to the national anthem of Ukraine because Ukraine won gold in Paralympics games today. That's fun. That is funny. All right. Anyways, that's nothing. Anthem. Oh, what about Redfall? Redfall also lasted. Dude, Redfall was a good game. Oh my gosh, Redfall was a good game. Redfall on Xbox gets too much fake hate from people who never. Dude, it was good. Redfall was a good game. There was definitely some issues, but dude, it was not that bad. That's bullshit. It was not a 4 of 10. It was good. It was like a 7. Actually, swap these scores. I don't even know about Concord, but swap those scores. Redfall did not. Well, it was not a 4 of 10. There you go. All-time peak. 16 months ago. 6,000 players. I need to log in and finish my Redfall. What's going on with Bungie? Overall population down, trials population at rock bottom. Bungie laid off their vets, actual workers. Rumored Destiny mobile. Dude, that's right. Destiny mobile game. Dude, Destiny mobile game. I can't believe that was even mentioned. Hold up. We gotta listen to this.
So it's Amazon.
I enjoy me a good Karen.
I am actually.
You-
in fact, yes, taking
You're taking my property.
Well, there's been a lot of comings and goings of UPS trucks in this neighborhood.
What about
a lot
that?
of packages coming
So?
to this house particular. Well, something's going on in there. Something's
So-
going on
so
in there.
it's Amazon-
I'm taking the package.
it's my Amazon wish
Sir,
list.
I'm taking the package.
No, you're not taking my package.
I am,
That's
no,
my
excuse
stuff.
me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Oh! Oh my God! You killed me!
I did not
You
kill you.
killed
You're
me!
fine.
Oh my God!
You sprayed me with whatever that stuff is.
I am actually.
You-
in fact, yes, taking the
You're taking my property.
Well, there's been a lot of comings and goings.
People are freaking lunatics. That's nicer than what I would have done. Kamala in Detroit versus Kamala in Pittsburgh.
You better thank a union member. A union member. You better thank a union member. For the 5-day work week, you better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time. You better thank a union member. Thank unions for sick leave. Thank unions for paid family leave. Thank unions for your vacation time. Thank unions for sick leave.
Dude, people that vote for her really are fucking retarded. That was within 5 hours. She was at Detroit, Michigan, and then Pittsburgh. Like, people are stupid to believe her. She's a chameleon. She was Indian. And then she's black. And then she's Canadian. And then she's hood? Whatever, man. Someone has done a thing. Are they on our side? Yes, it's fine. No, bastard. You forgot to say racist. Well, I guess one side calls people racist more than others. Just straight up disinformation with no parody label or community vote. It's called art, dude. From the owner of the site and the guy with most followers, anyone who claims he wouldn't use his platform to push right-wing conspiracies and help elect Trump must feel pretty dumb right now. I feel pretty good, actually. I mean, I get it. It looks like it's AI generated. It just looks like a picture. So what? I don't believe it. I don't believe that she was wearing that. Do I believe that she represents that? Yes, I do. Culture war: the deadly consequences of a woke war machine. I'm not freaking watching an hour and a half of that shit. John McCain's son decries Trump's appearance at Arlington as a violation that turned cemetery into campaign backdrop. Dude, shut up, you fucking pussy. One of John McCain's son is so upset that Trump was at Arlington mourning the fallen of the 13 that he has now switched his parody party to Democrat and is supporting Kamala Harris. Why? Yeah. What? I'm not listening to Mark Cuban. That dude's an idiot. Plot twist. Colorado's getting... Oh, man. I'm not listening to all that. Okay. Colorado's getting exactly what it voted for and deserved. Colorado would be like, where are all the American patriots with guns? We need help. We need somebody to do something. My short answer is no. Why? Because people like you that vote the way you do, you wish death upon my family. Remember COVID? I do. Oh, I'm not reading all that shit. Jesus. Ooh, Epstein. Remember... I kind of want to see that City of Dreams. Ooh, Trump saying he's going to release the Epstein files. Do it. Violent, illegal alien gangs are taking control, taking over American cities. Oh, this is in Dallas? Oh, hell no. Bro, I know where they ain't doing that shit. They ain't doing that shit right outside my fucking home. Oh, there's another city. Dallas. Yeah, there you go. You want those illegals to come across. Unvetted. Oh yeah, they're peaceful. They're more peaceful than American citizens. Oh yeah. Yep, so peaceful. They're so peaceful, man. Let's see. So, black couple in a mostly black neighborhood claims they are being targeted because they are black rather than for their loud parties, and are suing for $3 million in civil rights lawsuits. Yeah, good luck with that one. The fuck? Are they about to get swept away? I've seen some shit like this. Those waves get strong. They'll pull you in. You don't even realize it. Like, it gets deep. Are they about to bone? Yeah, dude. She's gone. She's gone, baby. Dude, when those waves are getting rolling, you gotta be real careful. They will wash you right in. The bags are loaded, the plane's sealed and headed to the runway. And look who shows up, demanding that everyone wait for them. Who is this?
All that fucking money we paid to get on the fucking plane. Ask some motherfucker about it. No, fuck that. Sir, you can't go that way, sir. Hey, go ask somebody. He got it. He got it, like somebody.
Central Florida yard signs. Did y'all just like drive through and just put them all down so you can get that photo op? Food is now free at Walmart. It's called reparations. A week ago, I read a letter that Georgia Tech president Gabriella Angel about the sexual harassment Cabrera and Angel about the sexual harassment he allowed for on his campus. I received no response. He'd be ashamed of everyone.